Welcome back to the Aurora Public Library's Typing Club. My name is Jason, and this is week 9. We've come pretty far in our journey to learn how to type on a keyboard, but there is still more to learn. Last week, we practiced using all 26 letters of the alphabet to type sentences using each letter. This week, let's learn something new. Let's learn the number keys and the number row punctuation keys. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the number row. The number row is on top of the top row on the keyboard, and it has the numbers from left to right from 1 to 9, and it ends with 0. Each of these keys in the number row are typed with a different finger. Let's learn which fingers type which keys in the number row. In this picture, you see the number row at the top with each key in a different color. And on the bottom, you can see each finger with a different color to show which finger presses which key. So from left to right, 1 is typed with the left pinky, 2 is typed with the left ring finger or fourth finger, 3 is typed with the left middle finger, 4 and 5 are typed with the left index finger, 6 and 7 are typed with the right index finger, 8 is typed with the right middle finger, 9 is typed with the right fourth finger, and 0 is typed with the right pinky finger. Let's also take a look at the punctuation keys in the number row. So let's take a look at the punctuation key above the number 1. This is the exclamation mark, and I'm sure you have seen it before. It's used at the end of sentences when you want to show strong emotion. On number 2, the symbol above that is the @ key, and this is used for emails. On number 3, the symbol above that is the pound key, and that is used to show numbers. On top of the number 4, there is the money sign, or the currency symbol, or dollar symbol, and that is used when you want to type an amount of money. On top of number 5 is the percent sign, and that is used when you want to say 100% of something or 50% of something. You can use this percent symbol. On top of number 6, this is the caret key, and it's not the type of carrot, the orange type that we eat, but it's a symbol used in mathematics. So this symbol isn't usually typed in sentences. On top of number 7, this is the ampersand key, and this is sometimes used in sentences when we want to say and. So for example, if we want to say give me, or when we want to say Jane and Matthew, then we can use the ampersand to replace the word and. On top of number 8, we have the asterisk symbol, and this is also used more in mathematics than in sentences. And on top of number 9, we have the left parentheses or bracket, and this is sometimes used in sentences as well. Sometimes when you want to show a thought, or when you want to explain something, you can use these brackets or parentheses, and on top of 0 is the right parentheses. So let's take a look at the keyboard to show and see how we move from the home row to the number row and type the numbers and punctuation keys in the number row. So let's take a look at the keyboard so we can learn that. Let's learn how to type the numbers and the punctuation keys in the number row. Let's start off with our left hand. So if we put our left hand back onto the home row position, let's learn the movement from A to 1 in the number row. So it's more of a stretch than from A to Q, since we're going 2 keys up from A. So with your pinky, you would have to stretch from A to 1 like that. So this is probably the furthest that we've had to stretch so far. And also at the same time, we can learn how to type the symbol or the punctuation key for the 1 key in the number row. So we learn, so on the screen, we have the letter, or not the letter, the number 1. But if we want to type the exclamation mark that's printed on the 1 key, we would have to use the shift key. So we press the shift key with our right pinky and press the 1 key to type the punctuation mark, which is the exclamation mark. So let's learn, for the 4th finger, let's learn the movement. So it's from S to 2. So we also stretch. And this one might be even harder than the pinky because it's the 4th finger. And we don't usually stretch it like that. See how slowly I'm moving with the 4th finger? So if we can practice typing S, and then let's go up and type 2. So it's very difficult if for someone that hasn't practiced this a lot to do. So I haven't practiced this a lot, so you see how slow I am in doing this, going from S to 2. So if you're as slow as me, then you can practice this movement, and then as we practice more and more, then hopefully you and I can both get better at this movement. And then as well, let's learn the symbol for 2. So we press shift and 2, so we get the @ symbol as well. So again, we move from S to 2 like that. Quite difficult. And the movement from D to 3, we go from D and then we go up to 3, and you'll notice that this is less difficult than the 4th finger. And then if we press shift and 3, we get the pound symbol on the screen as well. And then from the F, we have 2 movements. We go from F to 4 like that. So this is not too bad. And also we can learn the movement from S to 2 with our other fingers in the air like this as well, just in the beginning. Because if we keep our other fingers on the home row position, this movement from S to 2 might be a little bit too hard. So we can learn it with our other fingers in the air for now. Okay, so let's clear off what we've typed so far. Okay, so from F to 4 like this, and we also go from F to 5 like this. So you can do it with your fingers in the air like this for now. And then from the shift key press and 4, we have the $sign. And then if we press shift and 5, we have the percentage sign. So we can practice that too. So moving on to the right hand, we have a movement from J on the index finger to 6, and from J to 7 as well. So it goes J6 and J7. So again, you can learn it with your hand in the air like this. And then for the shift key, if you press when you press it with your left pinky, and 6 you get the caret key, and then with 7 you get the ampersand key. And for K in the middle finger, it's the movement from K to 8, so that's not too bad. And the shift key for 8 is the asterisk. And then for the 4th finger of the right hand, it's from L to the left bracket, or from L to 9. And the shift key for the 9 key is the left bracket. And finally, from semicolon of the right pinky to 0, movement is like this. This one definitely you would have to move your hand in the air when you're learning this. Because I don't think, well, you can also try learning it this way as well. You can do it slowly for now, and get used to kind of reaching from the semicolon to 0 like that. And the shift key for 0 is the right bracket like that. So you can try these number keys and try typing from 1 all the way to 0. Try typing all the symbols out. And also try the exercises for this week. So let's take a look at the exercises and see how these numbers and symbols are used in sentences. All right, let's take a look at the exercise for this week, beginning with exercise number 1 for the numbers from 1 to 5. Don't worry about the speed in this week's exercise because the movements for the number row is pretty hard. So I want you to focus on getting the movement right and typing the right number key with the right finger. So let's try it and get started. All right. So these aren't really words in the exercise, but these will help you practice the movement for the numbers. So it might be hard to read some of the words, but try to get through them. So the first one is the number 1. So for AQ1, QA, and then we go up from A, Q, and 1 with different combinations, and then we also do the exclamation mark as well. And then we also practice the movement from S to 2. So again, if you look at the keyboard here, my fingers are in the air. So you can do this too. Or you can challenge yourself and try to not move your fingers too much. But maybe you can save that for the second time you do this exercise. So try doing this. And we go from 3 up to the, from D up to the 3 key, and also the pound key, and also from 4, what am I doing? 4 up, F to up to the 4 key, and also the money, or the money sign, yep. And remember, since we're typing it with typing the number key with our left hand, we use the right hand to type the shift key. Okay, so for F to 5, whoops, move the camera there, sorry. From F to 5, we'll have to remember that our index finger goes back to the home row position of F. So it's kind of a stretch from F to 5, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as the right index finger, as we'll see. So FT5 TF, FT5 F, F5 F, FT5 TF, FT% TF, and the shift key is %. So FT% F, F% F, FT% F, FT% TF. So try it out. Try out this exercise and try getting used to the movements from the home row to the number row, which is 2 rows away from the home row. So let's take a look at the other hand, the exercise for the numbers from 6 to 0 now. Okay, so let's try the exercise for the numbers from 6 to 0. So it's using our right hand. So let's put it back on the home row position and click start. So again, we are going from each of the fingers up to the home, the number row. So we go from J up to Y and then 6. For the movement from J to 6 up there. So practice that. J, Y, 6, J, J, 6, J. And you'll notice that this is a pretty far reach from J to Y just because of the way the keyboard is slanted. J, Y, 6, J, Y. And then we press the caret key with the shift key. We press it with our left pinky. J, Y, caret, J, caret, J, Y, caret yj, j y caret j j, and then j is also, or the right index finger is also responsible for the number 7. So you go from ju to 7, j7j, ju7uj, and if we type the 7 key with the left shift, then we get the ampersand key. And the right middle finger is responsible for the number 8. And also the asterisk symbol. L, and the right fourth finger is responsible for the number 9. And also for the left parentheses key. And the pinky is responsible for the number 0. All right, so try these 2 exercises out and get used to moving from the home row to the number row. And let's take a look at the 3rd exercise, where we use these numbers and symbols in sentences, so it will make hopefully a little bit more sense. So let's take a look at the 3rd exercise now. Okay, so let's click start on this 3rd exercise. Okay, so we are typing sentences in this exercise, so you can practice our knowledge of the alphabet here, and also use the different symbols. So here we have an exclamation mark, so we type it with the 1 key and the shift key, and since we're typing the 1 key with our left hand, we press the shift key with our right hand, like that. And we'll uppercase M, so since we're typing M with our right hand, we press shift with our left hand. And now we're typing the @ key, so we type @ with our our left 4th finger, so we press shift with our right pinky. And we type 5 with our left index finger. And we type 8 with our right middle finger, going from K to 8. And we type period with our 4th finger, going from L to period there, remember? We type 3, or we type the dollar sign with our index finger of our right hand. And since it's our left hand, and since our left hand typing it, we type shift, we press shift with our right hand. And we type 3 with our middle finger of our left hand, and 0 with the pinky of our right hand. And then we type 7 with the index finger of our right hand, and 2 with our 4th finger of our left hand. And we type the % key with our index finger of our left hand, so we type shift with our right hand. We type the ampersand key with 7. So we type it with our right index finger. So we so we press shift with our left pinky. If we want to type the pound key, it's using the 3 key, and it's typed with our left hand. So we press shift with our right hand, and we type 9 with our 4th finger on our right hand. We type 6 with our right index finger. 1 with our left pinky. 4 with our left index finger. And 5 with our left index finger. There you go. So this third exercise is a great way to practice the different symbols and the different symbols that are used in sentences, like the exclamation mark, percentage sign, ampersand, $sign, and sometimes the @ symbol. And as well, it's a good way to practice using numbers in sentences as well. So if you want more practice, you can retry this third exercise and try to improve your speed and accuracy. That's it for this week. This week was pretty challenging. We learned 10 new keys. Actually, we learned 10 new keys and 20 new things to type, or 10 numbers and 10 symbols. So we learned 20 new things this week, which is great. So the exercises will definitely be a little bit more challenging than before, since we've learned so many things in 1 week. But we're almost done. And next week, we'll finish off with the right hand pinky punctuation keys on this side of the keyboard. So we'll finally learn the question mark and slash key, and we'll also learn the apostrophe, quotation mark, and the plus sign and hyphen as well. So, and I'll also put a challenge next week as well, since we now know all 26 letters of the alphabet. So you can take that challenge to see if you can type it with 100% accuracy, and see how much you've improved since learning how to type all 26 letters. And I might do a Z-type challenge where I record myself playing Z-type and seeing and letting you guys see how I play, and so you can see if you guys and girls can beat my score in Z-type as well. So next week is the final week, but it'll be a fun week as well. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys and girls next week on Monday again. So until then, stay safe and have a great week.